What's going on, guys? So we got a brand new My League, and this one's gonna be a little different. We're using a 1998-1999 roster. Not too sure what the name of the roster is, but if you go search for 1999, it's one of the first ones on there. It has like 3,000 downloads. It has the most amount of downloads compared to the others, so you should be able to find it pretty easily. Now, I'll show you a little glimpse of the roster here. Avery Johnson starting. This was Spurs' first championship season, so it was Duncan's sophomore year. Avery Johnson's older, 33 years old. Mario Ellie's older, 35. Sean Elliott's still kind of in the prime of his career, but he's more on the backside of his prime for sure. Recently, after the Memorial Day miracle, I'm trying to think if it was the year before or what. I'm a big-time, lifelong Spurs fan, but I was younger back then, so a lot of those memories as a kid I just don't remember. Tim Duncan, 22 years old, sophomore season, so obviously this is the guy we're building around. Hall of Famer, greatest power forward of all time. David Robinson, he's kind of on the tail end of his career. Steve Kerr is probably, in real life, did not get that many minutes throughout the season, but we got Jerome Kersey's older. Steve Kerr's older. Samaki Walker's younger, but don't see him as a long-term piece. He's user-generated. Don't remember too much about Samaki Walker. I remember his name, but that's about it. Chucky Brown, I think he wasn't even on the team this year. I think he came in next year. Antonio Daniels was the big trade. We traded our first-round pick from that year, I think, and the second-round pick or something, for Antonio Daniels, who was the number 4 pick of the draft the year prior with, I'm not going to say the team, it was Memphis. Okay. So, and, in real life, I wouldn't say he didn't pan out, but he was more of a career role player. Now, in this series, maybe we can turn his career around and make him more of a central point focused player. Make him more of a 15-point per game, 20-point per game player. We'll have to see. Malik Rose, another guy they made up in the game. No, he's a real player. He was a real player in real life, but this isn't his actual render or anything. Looks like same for Jaren Jackson. Actually, that might be his actual render. Yeah, it is. Will Purdue. Harold James, I don't think, is a real person. But, most of that roster isn't too bad. I'll show y'all some other rosters while I'm talking. But, consider this as user done. This really isn't a bad roster base in general. I mean, you'll see some players on teams that didn't really play there, and there's guys like Brian Scalabrine starting for the Celtics. I don't even think he was in the NBA yet. Maybe he was, but there's a couple guys here and there that definitely weren't. But as you can see, first game of the season, we are playing the team that we faced in the finals that year in real life to win our first championship. So we got Charlie Ward, Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell, Larry Johnson, and Patrick Ewing. And I know they also got Marcus Camby on that team. This series is going to be different, guys. I'm not used to using a team like this where Spurs basically live in the post. So I'm going to be posting up Tim Duncan a lot. I'm going to be posting David Robinson some. Probably run some pick and rolls. I'll definitely run some plays to get shooters open. You might not have seen some plays like that in the late 90s, but it's 2K, and we're going to be a little realistic, but, we're going to have some fun with it. Obviously, there's teams like the Pelicans that didn't even exist at the time, and I think they don't even have any players in the game, so they're basically not even a real team. I think everybody has like 40 rated on their roster. So until next year, we really won't have the Pelicans. So I definitely won't play against them. I'll simulate those games. And so we're wearing our silver jerseys, opening game that the Spurs didn't have back then, but that's okay. Okay, nice little midi by Avery Johnson, who's not a great mid-range shooter, but I guess I'd call him passable in the game. So we got David Robinson in the low post right here. And, okay, uses his power there and Gosh, man. Two little layups that looked like they were going to go in, but you know, it's hard to post up in 2K, but we're going to do it. We're going to try it anyways. Oh, Sean Elliott's wide open for 3. Yeah, I didn't call that quite as exciting as a Memorial Day miracle against the Trailblazers, but similar looking shot. Man, Sean Elliott's getting some big shots, though, knocking down another. I guess both of those were corner 2s. They both look like 3s. Okay, so we can hit that fade with Timmy. That's a big deal. Definitely a shot he took a lot of in real life. Everybody clear out. Timmy's coming through. Okay, good finish. And you know, prime Tim Duncan, I feel like is kind of hard to emulate in 2K. Like, just his style in general is not flashy. Great athlete, but I mean, he didn't rely on his athleticism like a LeBron. He's just a different kind of athlete, I guess I should say. Just relied on like skills, post moves, technique, footwork. I used to go to Spurs basketball camps in the summer as a kid, and they would like play old videos for us. So I learned a lot about the Spurs history just going to those every year. It was actually pretty cool. Oh, what a block. We're going to push the pace here. Jerome Kersey's not a great shooter, but it seems like even though he's older, he's super athletic. And a really good scorer at small forward that can't shoot. So I'm guessing he's probably a fast break demon in this game. Okay, we are going to push the pace some. Look at that. Big dump by Samaki Walker. To be quite honest, we might have to push the pace on offense. Just in case we struggle scoring the ball. And another thing is, I don't know how I'm going to run this offense with the bench unit in. I'm kind of thinking Antonio Daniels is going to be the main guy. I mean, surely in real life, they probably had Robinson and Duncan, one of them on the floor at all times. Pretty much. But you guys know that's not how 2K works. They made Samaki Walker and 2K kind of look like David Robinson, so I keep thinking David Robinson, and his number's 55 compared to like 50, so I keep thinking David Robinson's back in the game, and he's not. Okay, nice little pull up by Antonio Daniels. Oh man, it's killing us. Nobody can shoot. We're getting shooters open, but we don't have shooters. That Spurs camp I was talking about earlier, I actually, Mario Ellie came and like gave a little speech there. Shot around with us one time when I was a kid. That was kind of cool. So I remember him. All the kids, we asked him to shoot to make a half court shot. So it took him like 5 tries, but he knocked one down. Okay, Tim. I see you on that layup. And one. Let's go. Got Patrick Ewing in foul trouble early. And haven't really figured out how to use David Robinson yet. Haven't had much of an opportunity, but looks like Tim, I'm using a lot of how he played in real life, except he's not going to have like that long mid-range jumper as a sophomore in the NBA. He didn't develop that until, closer to his prime, from what I remember anyways. Man, Tim's a big-time scoring threat under the basket, which is obvious to people that have watched Tim Duncan play. But in 2K, it's surprising to see a big guy score that easily. We're going to pull up there. Oh, bullying Patrick Ewing in the post. Absolutely bullying him. I'm going to have to go back and look how the Spurs used Jerome Kersey because I feel like he was averaging like 10, 15 points a game that year. But he can't really shoot in 2K, so I really don't know how I'm supposed to use him. I don't know Jerome Kersey. I think he's like in his mid-30s. I don't know if he was still that athletic, but they certainly gave him an athletic dunk package, whoever made this roster. So, honestly, I don't really remember how true that is. Here's the stats. We're shooting 57%, 27 rebounds, 14 assists. So, obviously, we're just killing them in the paint. And look, we're gonna wear teams down like the Spurs did in real life, but the more I'm using these guys, the more I'm thinking, okay, sometimes we're gonna push the pace, especially on fast breaks, just because we have a lot of guys that can't shoot. And in 2K, and I mean Duncan and Robinson compared to other teams just are really great athletes for their size. And so and they have really good handles, so why not push the pace with those guys? And no, the scoring's not going to be realistic. We're not going to be holding teams we might be holding teams to 70 points a game, but we're not going to be scoring low points like those Spurs teams did in real life. That's just not how 2K20 works. If I tried to not score 100 points a game, I probably could. But, the point is to score as much as you can and win. And that's just my style in this game. Nice shot by Latrell Sprewell. And you can tell that's where Avery Johnson's going to get his shots right there. That pull-up mid-range, he's hitting a decent enough rate, it looks like. Don't foul. There we go. Good pass. Oh, almost got the and one with Admiral. Oh, that was about to be brutal, but he missed it. But I think they counted the points, did they not? But it was goaltending? I don't know. Yeah, they sure did. Oh, what a shot by the Admiral. I didn't know he had that kind of range. Another ugly possession. And there's going to be a lot of ugly possessions with the team just because there's a lot of guys that just can't shoot. And I'm using a freelance. I'm not using the freelance I'm used to using, I meant to say. So, there's going to be some ugly possessions. It'll get better the more I use them. But even still, until I get some shooters around them and I really learned that system, it's going to be ugly. Oh, honestly, Antonio Daniels is one of the few guys on this team who's in the long-term plans. Steve Kerr, no, I didn't shoot that. I pump faked. I held it a little too long. I'm going to keep taking that shot with Antonio Daniels just because it's a tough shot and he can get it off over a lot of guys. Watch. He could just get space with it. And the more I take it, I feel like he's going to get more confident. He was the number 4 pick last year, and I'm not going to judge what happened in real life. I'm going to pretend like I don't know how his career panned out. Not that he had a bad career, he didn't, but he was very solid and never, second or third option. you know how 2K is. I mean, some guys are just better in 2K than they are in real life, and Antonio Daniels is probably going to end up being one of those guys. Good bucket by Avery Johnson. He's surprisingly been decent to use. Yeah, not that he was a bad player, just not somebody I think would be good at 2K. Continue to push the pace. See if I can take this all the way. No, can't, but I got Chucky Brown wide open. And so this is where I'm going to run a pick and roll, Tim, just because he's going to struggle to oh, man, the mid-range turnaround, or the post turnaround, I should say, is just a really good shot for him. Run a pick and roll with Chucky Brown, who, you know, I could say he's a big guy. He's pushing around. It just took too much time. Got a very comfortable 26-point lead. Yeah. Okay, now we get to see some of the end of the bench guys. Jaren Jackson, I think I remember him playing more permanent minutes for the team in real life, but you know, for right now, he's not part of the rotation. Malik Rose, I don't know if I'm gonna keep him around past this season, just because I don't want like real players that are like user created, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of an OCD thing. Big win, as you can see. Let me know what you think about the series, guys, especially Spurs fans. I thought this would be fun to do. Who knows where we're going to go with it, but I'm keep making videos. And do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy my content. I'll show you all the stats before the end of the video. Look at the box score real quick. David Robinson dominated that game. Timmy was very good as well. Avery Johnson had some nice moments. Sean knocked down some shots. You know, other guys, yeah, it's a work in progress. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm out. Peace.